next job to tackle is painting our brake calipers. So went to the local paint shop and got a custom candy apple red high temp paint mixed up, and I don't need to put a base coat on, it needs a silver base coat, but these are already painted silver fresh out of the box. So I'll give it a scuff with some Scotch-Brite pad, give it a clean up with some wax and grease remover, and we can lay some colour on it and then some clear afterwards. Alright, so the next job to tackle is to get the front of the car back on its wheels. So I have these old 280ZX rims laying around. I actually don't mind them. I think they look pretty good. They're not the rims I want to finally run on the car when it's finished, but they'll do for now. But I'm definitely not going to be putting these 30-year-old scummy rims on the car with a fresh brand new paint job. So I think we might try polishing these up, and I'll show you how we go from this to this one. Alright, so as you can see, the wheels are a little bit old and manky, and I actually think someone's painted these silver at some point, so we'll have to scrub all that off so we can polish them up. Give them a bit of a wash first. We've just got some of that laying around. It's actually, there's not much in there, but we'll give the wheels a wash, then we'll get the Scotch-Brite pad, start giving them a scrub. So here's the results after about 3-4 hours worth of work on both rims. So what I worked with outside is this foam polishing ball. Meguiar's make one, it's called a power cone or power ball, but it's like $70. I think it's a bit of a rip-off. This is just a cheap one from Super Cheap Auto for $10, does the same job. And I used our mother's mag and aluminium polish with that power ball. Looks good, however, it does still leave a slightly dull finish. It looks good, but I think I can get it to a higher polished chrome finish. I did a test piece over here. It's hard to see on camera, but it's a lot, you can actually see our reflection in this section here. So for that side, I'm going to go over the whole rim one more time, just quickly, this time with Auto Sol metal polish. On our drill, this time, instead of the foam polishing ball, I have a wool polishing pad. So we'll go over the whole rim just really quickly and see if we can really make it pop like this section here. Alright. Alright, so I just finished with the Auto Sol metal polish on the wool pad on the drill. Now there's no hazing to it at all. It's really like a mirror. Pretty happy with how these turned out. Did take quite a bit of work. I'd say 5-6 hours over the course of a weekend. Not really going to be using these rims, but let's get them on and see how they look. Alright, so I ran into an issue trying to fit the 280ZX rims to the car. I've gone to bolt them on, and the spoke of the rims were fouling when I tightened down the rim. They're hard up against the caliper and they're jammed up there. So these are an upgraded caliper. These are Toyota 4Runner calipers, and they stick out a lot more than the factory caliper will. So I rang the rally shop I bought this upgrade from. I asked them, is this a common problem? Have you encountered this before? And they said yes. And the fix is to bust out an angle grinder and grind 2, 3, 4 millimeters off the cooling fins of the caliper, which I've done. They just said don't go any deeper than the front face of the calipers, because then you risk grinding away into an oil port and then you have no brakes. So I've gone and done that. I've probably taken 2 to 3 mil off. I've test fitted the wheels. Now there is clearance between the spoke and the caliper. And now I've just masked everything back up, and I'll give it one more quick hit with some high temp clear coat. Alright, let's get that done and see how it looks.